You're watching WRBL News 3 Night Watch.
The South is the birthplace of the civil rights movement, and the fight for equal rights played out right here in Columbus nearly 60 years ago. News 3's Kinsey Beach joins us now to highlight the impact young activists had on working towards desegregation. Kinsey.
Teresa, educators across the Chattahoochee Valley are focusing on our youth this Black History Month. The civil rights movement initiated a shift in society, a shift towards equality. In the summer of 1961, Columbus youth stood up to fight against segregation. The Columbus History Museum's newest exhibit, Journey Towards Justice, which focuses on the civil rights movement and highlights key events that happened right here in the Fountain City. In honor of Black History Month, the museum hosted close to 550 students from across the Chattahoochee Valley in a roundtable discussion via Zoom. The panel included 4 different former youth activists. Students heard firsthand what it was like to walk the streets of Columbus back in 1961. One of the panelists, Bunky McClung Clark, was as young as 15.
We were your age at that time, trying to identify with what in the world was going on. When I left Columbus and Spencer High School, Spencer was still segregated. So we were all Black. We felt good together. We felt bad together. Our teachers helped us out.
Clark went on to explain that youth today have more access to information when it comes to education regarding social injustice. Educational specialist Lucy Cassier with the Columbus Museum says kids are never too young to have an open and honest conversation about race and how it affects our society.
Children as young as 6 months have been documented to recognize and react to racial differences in their caregivers. So we need to address that head on.
State learning standards in Georgia look at the civil rights movement on a national scale, as well as statewide and regional events. But teachers here in Muskogee County are focused on including Columbus's role in the civil rights movement.
To see the light bulb kind of go off with certain students when they learn, like, wait, what? That happened? Especially in Columbus. There's so many different things that's happened in Columbus that's never really been highlighted.
This roundtable gave students the opportunity to see how youth stepped up to impact change in our society. Columbus born and raised Reverend Rudy Allen Sr. was 24 years old in the summer of 1961 when he organized bus protests to desegregate the Columbus city buses.
We thought that was really important for them to understand that, you know, there wasn't just Rosa Parks in Montgomery protesting bus segregation. There were people here bravely doing the same thing as well.
Educators say they take their responsibility seriously.
If you don't educate the youth, it pretty much gets lost. And when you lose sight of something in history, you kind of make the same mistakes. You can't break a cycle until you teach them how to break a cycle.
Fort Middle School Teacher of the Year, Yasmin Myers, wants the youth to understand that they're never too young to make an impact on society.
I love my students to be able to learn about their past. And my students are always interested in what has happened before them. And so them being able to learn, particularly Black history, they're able to change the future. I teach a lot of students who are African American, so them being able to understand and learn from the past, they can shape the future.
Cassier says the exhibit is just a starting point in the conversation.
I think it's really important for parents to continue to educate themselves on these topics. There are resources available online specifically with strategies and ideas for how to talk about these things with your children. Learning is a lifelong process, and whether you are in 3rd grade or whether you are retired, there's always new things for us to learn. We just have to seek out those opportunities.
Teresa, these educators want students to know that their voice and their actions have power in their communities and that they're not too young to be involved and create change. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Kinsey.